Hello, everyone, here playing Farming Simulator 19 on Chippewa County here, and the sun is just coming up here. It's another fresh early autumn day here, day 2 early autumn. Went ahead and fast forwarded time through the night here since last episode, and let's hope let's hope Courseplay is going to be better to us here today than it has been the last couple episodes. We'll find out. Anyway, finished harvesting the corn, so corn is all finished on this field over here. Looks like I left the grain cart over here yet. That's probably fine. The way Courseplay is working, I don't know that we want that. I guess we'll find out. So, speaking of which, I'm going to go ahead and field 210, let's delete that course, and we'll delete that course as well. None of them worked. They were all trash junk, and yeah, well, if you watched the last couple episodes, you'll know what happens. So, also got the hayfield here raked up as well. I'm not sure if we'll get to that here this episode or not. I want to start by harvesting the soybeans here first, so we're going to start on that. But yeah, like I said on that, this field is pretty much, I think, ready to be raked. I did get Courseplay to do some raking here for me. Did some of it myself, and then like I said, let Courseplay go. It looks like it did a pretty good job here. Had to dial it in a little bit, but once I got it dialed in, I think Courseplay did a really nice job here. You can see some of these windrows not quite right, but I think, like I said, once you get over here a little more, yeah, like this beautiful windrow right there, if you ask me. So yeah, speaking of which, hopefully fast forward time through the night didn't affect it too much. It's supposed to be all drying days here, so... anyway, let's grab the combine here and start on soybeans. Get our gleaner. Ooh, looks like I better do some repair for the gleaner here. Looking a little on the worn out side there. About a third of the way, or third left, I should say. Ooh, way off, way off. Move over just a little bit. Yes, on our silver header, which actually kind of, sort of matches the gleaner, even though it's probably not really supposed to be that way, but yeah. Let's get some repair on this here real quick a minute before we forget. Oh, let's see once here. Gleaner combine. Probably should really go through, like, oh, there it is. All the equipment here and just see if any of it needs repair. How's the header looking? Header is 32%. Oh, will it let me repair that from the shop here? It'd be nice if it would. It will indeed. Cool. How about the corn header while we're at it? Yep. Does as well. Okay, might as well repair those. Okay, doesn't put the paint back on, and I have no intentions of repainting that header at this point. I think it actually looks kind of good on this combine that way. And, you know, mind you, if this was a John Deere combine with that header on it, that just would not go. That would not be acceptable at all. But for this combine, meh. Oh, let's see what's there. Shall we harvest a little? Whoa, harvest a little bit of soybeans ourselves? Why not, right? Why not? How about we do, maybe make a pass down one of these contours here. Just fire up the combine. Let's see how we're looking for yield here. Again, by the way, I'm using the unit convert mod, so yeah, we're running in bushels here now. There's only one. Whatchamacallit on the back here? Okay, that looks kind of weird. I just noticed that, everyone. There's only one, what is the name of that throwing thing again? Drawing a blank here all of a sudden, everyone, but, yeah. I don't know, Gleaner Combines always did look kind of weird, didn't they? For those of you who've ever seen these in real life, they don't call them a lunchbox for nothing, I guess. A lunchbox on wheels, amongst other things. I think the lunchbox on wheels is probably one of the nicer comments for Gleaner Combines compared to some of the others. I've also heard them referenced as a poor man's combine as well, or I guess it'd be a poor farmer's combine, but poor man's combine. And I think that, from what I've always heard, always goes for Alice Chalmers in general. For those who don't know, I guess, just my understanding here, like I said, Alice Chalmers Gleaner, they've always been known as the poor farmer's combine there. Must be their equipment was a little bit on the cheaper side as far as prices go. And by cheaper, I don't necessarily mean you need quality, but cheaper on the prices. And I'm assuming with that, probably the quality as well. And of course, everyone, you know, the expensive farmer's machinery was, of course, John Deere. Still probably kind of sort of is to some extent. Although if you look at the prices of all equipment nowadays, I don't think there's any such thing as cheap anymore. We got hay on this little strip here as well I need to pick up. I haven't got that raked yet. We'll see once here. I'm thinking maybe next episode, everyone, we'll get into some hay work, or maybe the end of this episode, we'll see once how it goes here. Definitely want to get that hay picked up. I don't want to let that go bad or rot out in the fields here. In fact, it's probably gone down a little bit already. I'm not sure how fast it goes down. Kind of annoying if it goes down in one day, because that would not be cool in my opinion. But it wouldn't surprise me, like I said, with Seasons Mod if it in fact does. You know, especially everyone, considering the fact that you kind of sort of need to let your hay dry as well. So if the Seasons Mod actually is decaying your material that fast, yeah, that's kind of not so cool. A fairly long contour here yet, isn't it? About half full, not too bad. I might actually need to get an unload here. I figured we can maybe finish this contour without needing an unload, but that might not happen here. And also, everyone, yes, I do plan on seeing if we can get Courseplay set up for this field. As if Courseplay wasn't torturing us enough here the last couple episodes, everyone. Well, let's just say we're going to go for it again here and see what we can come up with for Courseplay. I got 2 more ideas. One of which is from you folks. Several of you said that the start-stop points were too close together. What shouldn't be the case, everyone, at least in the past anyway, unless Courseplay's changed it, which very well they might have. Used to be you could have the start-stop points right next to each other, and it shouldn't have mattered. But maybe it does now, so we'll give that a try, see if we can separate out the start-stop points a little more. Again, that doesn't, like I said, everyone, make any sense to me, because that was never a thing in the past. You could have the start-stop points right next to each other. It shouldn't have mattered. Maybe it does now. And then the other thing, everyone, is we can try reversing the course, flip-flopping the course around, making the load-unload point. This is my idea. I don't believe anyone has suggested this one yet. But my idea is we'll flip-flop the course, so the start-stop point is where the unload is, and we'll put the waiting point where the loading point is, if that makes sense. Because we at least know Courseplay will stop at the waiting point. Unfortunately, even with a grain cart, it stops at the waiting point and should not stop at the waiting point. Or, well, it should stop to unload, right? But then it should continue on once unloaded. So, yeah, we're basically, everyone, we're experiencing multiple problems from multiple fronts from Courseplay here at this point. It's just mind-boggling what Courseplay's up to. Who knows? As I mentioned, was it last episode or episode before? If you understand how to use the debug channels, and I'm not aware that Courseplay has much documentation on it, you can probably get a little bit of an insight as to what Courseplay's up to, but again, I am definitely not, wow, why are we, whoa. What, why was my fast forward, how did we, okay. I just realized it's getting dark here, isn't it? Was that, fast forwarding for the entire episode here? Did I, oh my goodness, really? That is not cool. Ooh, what to do about that here, everyone? That's going to be a good one. That is going to be a good one. Yes, that is going to be a good one, because I do not like that. I was hoping we'd have a full day. Not sure if I want to let the hay sit overnight again. Do we want to? I don't know. Doesn't really matter, I guess, does it? Not sure on that. I don't know why it was fast-forwarding time either. It shouldn't have been. I did skip the night, or slept the night, actually. I didn't really skip the night. I used our boots. Yes, boots, everyone, that are by our house there. And I was able to sleep that way, so I just slept 8 hours through the night. Did it not stop fast-forwarding? I'm not sure. Something I've noticed, by the way, you do have to skip. Well, actually, maybe you don't have to anymore. What I noticed is you have to sleep about at 2,200 hours. If you try to sleep before that, I don't know, it gets a little buggy for some reason. So what I've been doing is if I sleep, I wait till 2,200 hours, or fast forward time until 2,200 hours, and then sleep the night. And we are full. Okay, let's see once here, everyone. We got two choices here. I can either try reverting time, which, I might not like that. Let's just see once here. Is that daytime? Can I go to 1000? Will that work? And it goes to 1600. Yeah, see, here's the problem, everyone. Seasons mod is not going to like this, and I'm also not at that daytime 1100. Okay. Let's get to, can I do 00, huh? Okay, everyone, I think we're messing this up here. We'll be right back. Okay, everyone, and we're back here. I'm not entirely sure what happened here, everyone. I decided I was not going to save the save game and just go back to where I started at the first part of the episode there. And yes, I don't know. Somehow, everyone, we were back at day 1. I skipped time through the night, slept through the night, and we're now on day 3. So how we got from day 1 to day 3, everyone, I'm not entirely sure here. But anyway, we're back. It's daylight, 9:30 in the morning. And I double-checked that time. It does indeed say 1x. So how we got to 80x time speed and was skipping the night, everyone, I don't know. I'm going to have to go back and look at the first part of this video here just to see once if it was indeed stuck on like 80x, and I just did not notice it. Let's see once here. Anyway, I got the John Deere 4455 in the grain cart here. And we're going to see if we can get Courseplay set up here to unload this. I'm not sure how this is going to work here, but we're going to figure this out. I'm thinking. Yes, I know it's bad for the head. Let's put the start point right here. And we'll just kind of drive over to the edge of the field here. Actually, a really big course. I probably don't need to make it that big, do I? Maybe not. Let's put a waiting point here. And we'll just drive away a little ways and put a stop point. Okay, we'll call that good. And this will be, I don't know, farm 2, field something. Call this field 1. Well, no, not field 1. It'd be field... Oh, it should be field 5, right? Field 5. Well, let's make it 6. We'll make it field 6. Field 6. Unload tractor. Okay, drive course. And I'm going to have to manually select the combine here. Select manually. Gleaner. Good. You should drive behind the combine. And while he is doing that, we're going to go ahead and grab the Buster's truck here again, everyone. We're going to go ahead and now repurchase that trailer we had last time, I think. I think that's going to be our best bet, I think. Unless we want to go with the in-game one. Tempted to go with the in-game one here. Though I'm not, as I've said before, I'm not necessarily a fan of the in-game one. This one? Yes, I think that's the one we had. Holds 50,000. Yeah, steel wheels, that's fine. I think that's the one we're going to go with. Again, we can't go with the end dump. That one doesn't work. This one here, that doesn't hold quite as much. And those are all belly dumps. Again, Courseplay doesn't work with belly dumps. Which, as I mentioned, everyone, doesn't really bother me too much. Because, again, Courseplay probably is not going to work with our auger anyway. So, not really that big of a deal. But let's see if we can get this to work here. And while we're here as well, let me pay back a little bit of this loan we took out to... buy a truck here a couple episodes back. Yeah, how about we just do that? That'll call that good. So, as I was saying there, we got 2 different things we can try. Hopefully we won't have too much trouble with them. If we do, well, let's just say that trailer's probably going to get sold again. Along with the grain cart, probably. Whoa, okay then. That is not going to turn very sharp, is it? Wow, we're going to have to reset already. Oh, seriously? Okay. Oh, there we go. Maybe get it out. Nah, we'll just reset it. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't let me turn very sharp. That was interesting. Thinking there must have been a collision on there somewhere. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, something must be catching on there at times. I wonder if it's like when we pivot or something. Something is catching the trailer, or the trailer's catching the truck there or something. Oh well, back on the road now. Open the cover. We'll leave the cover open. Several people keep saying you have to leave the cover open and or the cover affects the recording of Courseplay courses, which again, I very much doubt that. Very much doubt that at all, but we'll leave it open. And I'm not sure where that grain cart's going to be parked here, so we'll just wait to record this course here for a moment. Speaking of which, did you unload the combine? You did? Wow. I'm impressed. For a change. Now if I can just get back into the combine here. There we go. A little close there, Mr. 4455. Why he's so close? Seriously? Come on now. Get around that collision there. There we go. Without missing any beans, if we can help it. Oh, of course, there's going to be like a narrow little strip left here as well, isn't there? Yeah, go figure. I think once we get up to the first part of this field, I think it narrows back out again. Or contour, really, as I should call it. Like I said, everyone, once we're done with the harvest here, I'm going to be plowing these fields together. I mentioned that 2 or 3 episodes back here, kind of my plan for that. We're going to try to make it into 3 fields. We'll see once how that works here. What I'm thinking is the top part of the field here will be 1, and then we'll split the bottom into 2, or something like that. We'll see once how it goes. Again, if I plow this all into 1 field, then this is going to be a big field. Or actually, maybe we can do 2. We'll see once. I'm thinking 1's going to be too much, so that's why I don't want to just make it into 1 field. And hopefully skipping another day there didn't affect our hay too much. Unfortunately, really kind of hard to tell. I don't know. You know, you can't really measure the windrow when it's on the ground there like that. Still baffled as to why it was stuck on 80x time there, everyone. Because, yeah, I skipped from time here again, and it was on 1x. So why would sleeping through the night have caused whatever issue it caused? And then, you know, why did it go from day 1 back to day 3? That's also weird. Because like I said, I did not say, it's like, okay, I'm just not going to save this. We'll exit back out. And if I don't save it, it should revert back either to the last autosave point, which is hopefully early enough in the day, or it should revert back to, you know, before I started the save, before I started it, which was day 1, and it was basically nighttime day 1 there when I started this episode. Well, just before I started the episode, because I finished skipping time here when I started the episode, so weird. Oh, and still a narrow little strip here you left yet. We need a, no, I think this is a 40-foot header, right? I think this is a 40-foot header. We need like a 45, and we can harvest this entire strip here in 2 passes. Oh, well. Anyway, we'll read a few comments here in a moment. Donald was saying there's a pace setter that's a single compartment on the Busters page. It works great for... Ooh, that's right. I forgot about that there, Donald. That is a good point. because there's not very many. Once you get to the bigger trailers, a lot of people like the the belly dump trailers, myself included. Just they don't work good with Courseplay if they're separate compartments. Works great for Courseplay. Also, the belt trailer works good. You might also try clicking the option to close covers in Courseplay, which again, I don't get why the covers would have anything to do with Courseplay not stopping properly at the start-stop point. Doesn't make any sense to me. Norton was saying, I think Courseplay is in a union. They go on strike daily. It definitely seems that way, Norton. It definitely seems that way. I still do not get what was wrong with Courseplay there. Like I said, we're going to give it one more, well, I guess technically kind of sort of two more tries here. We'll keep the start-stop points way apart. If that doesn't work, we'll try reversing the course and do the waiting point here and the start-stop point at the auger. Typically, if you create your start-stop point at the auger, everyone, that's considered then a selling course, or what I call a selling course. You're loading up at your silo, and it's selling it. It's going to be selling crop, not taking crop to the silo. Ooh, there's the 4455. Hello, 4455. Why are you running into us all of a sudden here? This was not a problem before. Oh, we had the corn header. Oh, yes. Okay. Well, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, that corn header was smaller, wasn't it? Just a little bit. Got an offset set there. Try this again there, Courseplay. Crank it up. My goodness. Come on, Courseplay. Get away. Really? Seriously? How much offset do I have to give you here? It's ridiculous. Come on, turn. Oh, my. Seriously, Courseplay? We're going to do this again. I got you set at a freaking 10.9. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind, everyone. Wrong one. Yeah. My bad on my part. Right. Okay. Right one. Let's try that one. Get our horizontal and vertical offset set right here. Try this again, Courseplay. Okay, let's go for like a 12. How about that? My goodness. Yeah, that might be a little too far now this time. Let's try, how about 11? Oh boy, Courseplay's going to try to take us out here. Yeah, look out. Seriously, Courseplay. Oh my goodness. That's something that shouldn't be happening either, everyone. Why? I don't know. What is he doing now? Why is Courseplay... Yeah, I don't know. This Courseplay, they had it working pretty good there for a while, everyone. And they must have changed something, and it no longer works very good anymore. Definitely thinking Courseplay needs a little more testing, shall we say, and tweaking. I'm not sure who's behind the Courseplay development team anymore. I think it's kind of changed a little bit over the years. And, some people have come, some people have gone. And it's definitely changed up as far as I know. Again, Courseplay you can get from the GitHub there, by the way. That is the only place I would get Courseplay from. Don't get it from anywhere else. Just go straight to the GitHub and download it from there. Just keep in mind when you do download it, you do need to extract that file and rezip just the files. And then make sure you name that zip something appropriate. Usually that's Courseplay. Good enough. Or, maybe something, if you and Courseplay, really get along, maybe, name it like an expletive Courseplay or something like that, That'd be good. That'd be a good mod name for Courseplay. Let's see what's here. If I request an unload here, want to see if he'll actually show up or not. 4455 is slipping. Oh, well, okay. Maybe he is coming. No, he's turning around on the road. Okay. So you don't get into the fence there first. Getting a little close to that fence there, buddy. Yeah, you think that is the fence. He doesn't appear to be moving anymore. Okay, yeah, Courseplay, yeah, that is the fence. That is the fence. Okay, fine job, Courseplay, fine job. What was Norton saying about Courseplay being on strike? I think more like Courseplay's on the warpath. Of course, these contour fields probably won't help either, but still. Anyway, back to the comments here. Ooh, getting close to wrapping up here this episode already, isn't it? Let's see what's here. Magnus was saying, where in the options do I find field depth? Or is it called something else in the options? Great video as always. Where in the do you find field depth? Field depth. I'm not sure what you're asking there, Magnus. I will have to ask you what you mean by that question. Field depth. Jim was saying not every day is an A day. Might try a semi-trailer that uses a belt inside the trailer to unload from the back. See if that works. Yes, that is a good point, and that trailer we have now should do that. And yes, very good point there, Jim. Not every day is an A day, especially if you use Courseplay. Oh, he's going to be too far away now, I think. Yeah, now he's going to be too far away. Okay. Oh, let's see what's here. Let's try 9. Looks like it might be pretty close. What do you say, 2 meters away? Maybe 1.5 meters. We'll see how that works. Courseplay should pull in closer here as it drives. Why are you set to 0 miles an hour? Oh my goodness. Oh, no, that's still going to be a little too far away. Yeah, we need a little bit longer pipe on this combine, apparently, for this size header, looks like, to function really good with Courseplay. Okay, let's get a little closer. I don't remember what we started out at here, but I think we're like really close to where we were, weren't we? 8 by 7.5. Coursplay's going to be getting a little close now, I think. Yep, it'll unload now, but yeah, now we're like way too close, aren't we? Well, not way too close, but yeah, let's see if we get Courseplay. Yeah, see, wow, look, 7.5, really? Let's try 8.5. Because now we're like over the center of the trailer there, and I don't want to be that close. Let's try to get it right to the edge if we can. The further away that tractor is from the combine, the better it'll work, if you ask me. Let's see what's here. Wenz was saying, I'm using the Peterbilt and the Wilson trailer works fine for me. And yeah, I'm not unloading an auger, so I don't know if that makes a difference. I'm sure there are Wenz, yes. As far as Courseplay detecting that as an unload point, that makes a difference. Courseplay's not probably going to detect that properly. Which I wonder, everyone, if that's maybe part of our problems. But that was the reason I put the waiting point there. So maybe if Courseplay's not detecting the unloading spot, it's screwing itself up and not realizing its unload course. I don't know. Don't know. Legendary Tater was saying, try use a live bottom trailer, not a belly dump trailer. Nothing particularly wrong with a belly dump trailer here, by the way, everyone. You just cannot have a belly dump trailer that has 2 separate dump spots on it. You can't have separate compartments on that belly dump trailer. It has to be one fill type, one unload spot on that trailer. You can't have both because Courseplay doesn't apparently work with that yet that I know of. So that is the problem, everyone, with the belly dump trailer. It's not so much that a belly dump trailer won't work with Courseplay. You just cannot have multiple bellies in the dump trailer. Okay, let's see what's that. Is a big field there. I might leave that one for Courseplay. Let me just go to the next contour. Ooh, and this one's kind of close to the fence too, isn't it? I think this one's close to the fence. So this might be a good one for us to harvest ourselves. Oh, that's like a little small section of the field. That's ridiculous. And also there's grass through part of it. Okay. This is interesting. Not sure why that is. Oh, no, it's plenty enough space here between the fence and the field. You know what? I might have actually deleted some of this here. Don't remember if I did that or not, but I'm thinking I probably did. Thomas was saying the start and stop points are too close together. Notice Courseplay never transitions from the last point to the first point. It skips waypoint 1, jumps to 2. Waypoint 1 tells it to stop and wait to be loaded. As I mentioned here, and you might be right there, Thomas. You could very well be. In that case, that's something Courseplay has changed here recently. That never used to matter. Courseplay, you could put the start-stop points right next to each other, literally. You know, as long as they were kind of like somewhat reasonably lined up. You didn't want to have the stop point and the start point way jogged over from each other. That definitely wouldn't be good, but you could put them right next to each other in the past, and it should still stop. Yeah, and you're probably right. Courseplay is maybe skipping that first waypoint, but why? It shouldn't be. Period. That's something I've noted before. You know, like grain cart courses, everyone. When Courseplay goes to drive the course, it doesn't necessarily always pick up the grain cart course at the first waypoint. It'll sometimes pick it up at the third or fourth waypoint. And then, of course, if your third and fourth waypoints are a little too close to the truck, you end up with problems because of that. That is definitely a problem I've experienced in the past, quite frequently, in fact. And I've always found that to be particularly annoying when the grain cart course there doesn't actually start at the start waypoint. It's like, it's the starting waypoint. Why does it not start there? I'm sure the Courseplay developers probably got some good explanation for it, but I'm not the programmer, so oh well. Mark was saying, yeah, Courseplay does not like belly dump hopper bottom trailers. I had the tarp thing happen to me. Took me an hour to figure it out. You have to leave the tarp open on some trailers because Courseplay does not recognize it as empty. Well, okay, that might be true. Maybe it's some trailers, maybe. That does make some sense, maybe to some extent. Again, though, for Courseplay, tarp, no tarp, tarp on, tarp manually off, shouldn't matter. As long as the tarp is properly set up for the mod. Anyway, everyone, looking at the time here, I think it is time to wrap it up here for this episode. Hope you folks enjoyed. We haven't actually really gotten a chance to try the truck course here yet. I thought the 4455 would be full by now, but I guess he's not. So, oh well. Actually, he's probably coming on. Oh, there he is. Yep, coming on Lotus. Should start unloading at 50%. And I just happened to glance down, and we are at or past 50%. So, let's see if he lines up correctly here a minute. We got him set to what, 8.5, was it? Well, that's looking pretty good. We can still get you a little further back yet. Might try for, was it 8.5? Might try for 9.5 here. Oh, he's going to take off on us. Okay. That's fine. We'll just let him go. So anyway, like I said, everyone, again, comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more.